What if there was a Pokemon region based off of Dungeons and Dragons? Let's take a look at a few of them today. So starting off with our red dragon, we have Kindred, who has the very obvious dragon fire typing. Much like Flarekitt, these tiny little fellas are obsessed with treasure. The difference is that they employ smaller Pokemon to gather it for them. Eventually, a Kindred will evolve into Ember Horde. With this significant power boost, Ember Horde are able to employ much more powerful Pokemon to do their bidding. Plus, they can help make their own dragons, which we'll see a little bit later on. But eventually, Ember Horde will ascend to its final form, a Volcavault. These massive dragon Pokemon are found in the darkest places of the region to try and infiltrate its treasure hoards. Next up, we're going to take a look at our blue dragon, Snapple, who has the electric typing. While red dragons are our traditional treasure gatherers, Snapple are aggressive and are always looking for a fight. And when Snapple evolves, it becomes Boltorn. These Pokemon travel around Etheria looking for a challenge. Cryoling itself is incredibly physically frail, and starts off as a scavenger in the northernmost parts of the region. But once they evolve into Cryolash, they become significantly more powerful and aggressive. And now that their wings have more than doubled in size, they're able to fly to the highest parts of the Rocky Mountains of Etheria and strike down from above. Eventually, Cryolash will evolve one more time into Cryopex. Cryopex are fiercely territorial and aggressive. And for many people traveling through the mountains of Etheria, a Cryopex is the last thing that you see. Next up, we're going to take a look at our green dragons, and we're going to start things off with Smile. Green dragons like to make their homes in swamps, which helps to explain why it looks like a silly little crocodile. And when Smile evolves into Toxalure, its tail has become a gigantic poison sac which it uses to paralyze its foes. And finally, Toxalure will evolve into Noxagile. The toxic sacs have moved onto its paws, and it's still wearing that same playful expression that it has all along. These dragons try to look friendly and inviting to other Pokemon or travelers throughout swampy areas of Etheria. But that's just a ruse to try to get them to come close enough for them to take them down. Finally, moving on to our black dragons, we're gonna have Hatchsting. Black dragons operate very similarly to red dragons, where they like to pick up treasure hoards. The only difference is that Hatchsting in its evolved forms like to make those treasure hoards where people are supposed to be. So often, Hatchsting in its evolved form of Scoreake will attack rural towns throughout the area to try to carve out their own little bases for their treasure hoards. I've always been bummed that there's not a proper bug dragon Pokemon, so as you can see, we're taking inspiration with that with the Scorpion Stinger as well as the Mandibles. Eventually, when a Scoreake becomes powerful enough, it'll evolve into Scorpigon. Scorpigon almost never leave their treasure hoards, and will often send their smaller evolutions out to take care of pesky things like hunting for it.